So if this is your first time of coming to this channel, you're welcome. My name is Coach Henry, and what I do here is I teach you guys about synthetic indices. So if you don't know how to enter trade, you've been hearing of synthetic and you don't know what it is, or you have been thinking about venturing into forex trading or forex related instruments, then this is your go-to channel. But what I specifically do here is teach synthetic indices. And what are synthetic indices? That is what I'm about to do my best to explain to you guys. Synthetic indices is an instrument that is also trading, just like a forex market, crypto market, stocks. But synthetic indices in this case are markets that move up and down like real markets, but they are created by computer, which means that they are like algorithms generated by a computer, and you can trade these algorithms. So what are algorithms? These are like computer systems. Computer systems, or systems could be financial instruments or other instruments, but you get what I mean. In the forex market, we have instruments like gold, silver, and the rest of them. So they move according to world news and events. But in terms of synthetic indices, the instruments are a bit different. We have step index, volatility index, and several other instruments and trade. So, but they are not real. They are generated by computers. Okay, they are generated by computers. These guys are like simulations that are brought to the market to be traded. They also mimic real market behaviors. So they mimic real market behaviors, which means that if you are already into the forex market, or you understand how events shape the forex market, you can use similar analysis to actually predict synthetic indices. And one of the good things about synthetic indices is that you can actually, I would say it's easier to master than the forex market, because the forex market is subject to news. It's just like the weather. It's highly unpredictable. But since synthetic indices are computer generated algorithms, they are easy to actually predict. So I believe that answers the question, what are synthetic indices? So let us go to chapter 2. So how does price move? So you learn the basics like candlesticks. Candlesticks are these large bars. They are these large bars that you see if you already have a trading account. If you don't have a trading account, I have something special for you at the end of this video. So candlesticks are patterns that you see in the chart. Patterns you see in the chart that show you how price moved. Then trend are like, if you are staring at the overall chart, you get to see a certain patterns, a kind of emotion of line. Now, these are called trends. So it tells you if price is going up or down, sideways. So let's say you travel to a new country for the first time, and you happen to stay there for maybe 2 or 3 months. Maybe as you stay there, there will no rain. What that simply tells you, or maybe it rained like 2 times in the whole 3 months that you stay there. So you can automatically form a trend in your mind that, okay, you are probably maybe in the dry season around here or in the rainy season, because you saw a pattern and you were able to draw conclusion from that pattern. So that's what a trend is. So market structure. So market structure helps you see the price pattern. Market structure is the combination of trend and candlesticks that gives you what the market structure is. You can be able to see, okay, this is what the market is doing, this is what the market is not doing. So you can be able to actually get a full picture of what is happening in the market. So that is how price actually moves. So let's head on over to the next one. So as a beginner in synthetic indices, one of the wisest things you can do is learn one index first. So don't try to trade all the instruments. Same goes for people that are, maybe if you have dabbled in forex before, or you have dabbled in crypto before, you get to see that there are so many instruments there. So, but you don't have to jump and start trading the whole instrument. No, you just have to pick one instrument. When I started trading, which was in 2022, one of the first instruments I started with was gold XAUSD, because I was first introduced to forex market before I shifted to synthetic indices. So gold XAUSD, this is a particular instrument which is gold against the US dollar that will trade in the forex market. So we have similar instruments in synthetic indices, but not the same name or symbol, which I'll get to show you as we progress. So you can learn one index. When we come to synthetic, we have step index, like I told you, volatility 21, volatility 100, volatility 75, and there are so many. So you get to pick one index first. You can pick step index, or there are so many of them, and start practicing, which is what? Practicing, which simply means trend and candlesticks. These are the 2 major things you get to study. Another important thing is to learn when to enter. So don't enter a trade just because price is moving. Wait for your trading setup before entering. So this is when you have, after you have done your analysis and whatnot, then you can be able to decide, should I buy or should I sell? Which is one of the fundamental aspects of trading. Either you are buying or you are selling. So after your analysis has been done and you are satisfied with the outcome that you have not yet realized, because after you finally initiate buy, sell, that is when you know that, okay, this is the outcome that you hope to actually come to you. So, but before you can be able to decide if a market will move in a certain way, you probably would have done your what analysis, which involves reading the trend line and candlesticks. So, and actually knowing the right pattern that will decide if the market is going to buy or the market is going to sell. So, all of these are linked. So that's why it's important that you take it step by step. So you also have to learn when to enter, which I believe I just explained and you probably understand. So, but if you don't understand, you can drop your questions in the comment section. I will one by one pick all of your questions and answer it. So feel free to do so. Manage your risks. Your first goal is not to make a lot of money. You know, most of you came into trading because you believe you can make a lot of money in trading, which is the truth. But not all of you will be successful in that sense, because most of you, it's not really about buying and selling. There are other aspects of you that trading we have to put to the test. We have the psychology, we have the risk management, we have the discipline and the consistency. So whether forex market, whether synthetic, you are going to be tested to actually prove how dedicated are you to become a trader. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. That's what I'm just trying to explain. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a skill you have to learn, and it takes a while to learn. So that's it. So you have to manage your first goal is not to make a lot of money. Your first goal is to protect your trading account, learn, practice, build a strategy, manage risk, and trade. Now, this is the full step of how you can be able to get your trading journey off the ground. So what I would advise is, after watching this video, I would advise you come back and watch it again to actually get the better picture on how you can start your trading journey. So I'm still going to do more videos. So the next video I'm going to be dropping on this channel, I'm going to be including the next step that you can follow to set up your account. I'm still going to drop the link to my recommended broker in the description. So go there, make sure you go there and sign up with a broker there. It's Deriv and it's a trusted broker. It's several million users across the world. So why do I recommend Deriv? I recommend Deriv because it has the volatility index you can be able to trade, and it also has forex pairs you can trade. Most brokers don't have volatility index, and like I said, so it's only Deriv. So make sure you use the link in the description, because there are different kind of Derivs out there, but I'll recommend the one I use. So click the link and make sure you register with that link, and I'll see you in the next video.